He was charming, successful, and admired in their suburban neighborhood. She was elegant, soft-spoken, and fiercely loyal. To outsiders, Logan and Natalie Reese seemed like the kind of couple you read about in lifestyle magazines. Two beautiful people who had it all. But behind their manicured lawn and Instagram smiles was a marriage crumbling under secrets, suspicion, and silent wars. When the betrayal finally surfaced, it didn't just destroy trust. It detonated something far darker. And the explosion. It left blood on the floor, and detectives speechless. They met in a place meant for healing, both of them recovering from messy breakups. Natalie was a pediatric nurse known for her compassion, while Logan was a financial advisor who just opened his own firm. Their first conversation happened in the waiting room of a counseling center. She was reading The Art of Forgiveness. He commented on the title. Within weeks, they were inseparable. Despite their differences, their chemistry was undeniable. Natalie was introverted and spiritual. Logan was loud, assertive, and loved the spotlight. But opposites attract, right? 6 months later, they were married under a canopy of white roses, promising forever. But reality didn't wait long to creep in. Natalie believed in simplicity, family dinners, Sunday service, and heartfelt conversations. Logan, however, was obsessed with status. Designer watches, VIP lounges, and the perfect social media life. She was frugal. He splurged. She prayed. He mocked. She wanted peace. He wanted control. Arguments erupted over everything. Money, friends, even the thermostat. She begged for counseling. He laughed it off. Logan would often dismiss her concerns as emotional nonsense. And Natalie, trying to keep the peace, bottled it all up. The power dynamics shifted quickly. Logan controlled the finances. Natalie, though working full-time, had to ask permission before buying a new pair of shoes. He made her feel small, even in their own home. Over time, resentment took root. She felt more like a possession than a partner. He flirted openly, sometimes in front of her. When she confronted him, he'd deflect. "You're just insecure. I can't help it if people find me attractive." What she didn't know was that Logan had been hiding far more than flirtation. He had a full-blown affair with one of his clients, a younger woman who knew nothing about Natalie. One night, Natalie found lipstick on one of his shirts. Not hers. She waited until after dinner to confront him. Calmly, carefully. But Logan didn't deny it. He smirked. "Maybe if you were more exciting, I wouldn't have to look elsewhere." That was the night everything shifted. Natalie packed a bag and told him she was leaving. For good. Logan, shocked by her defiance, laughed and said, "You'll be back. You've got nowhere else to go." But he was wrong. Natalie didn't go back. She stayed with her sister. And then, something in her snapped. In the following weeks, Natalie's texts to Logan grew colder, shorter. But beneath the calm was a woman unraveling. She started documenting everything. His messages, his lies, even his social media posts. Friends later described her as oddly quiet, but focused, almost too calm. Then came the breaking point. One evening, Logan showed up unannounced at her sister's house. Drunk. Loud. Demanding to talk. He pushed past the front door and started yelling, calling her names in front of her niece and nephew. Natalie didn't scream. She didn't cry. She waited. The next morning, she invited him over to talk things through. She made tea, played soft music, and asked him to sit down. No one knows what was said. But at some point, Natalie went into the kitchen and came back with a knife. The next thing heard was a neighbor's 911 call. "There's blood everywhere. He's not moving. She's just standing there." When police arrived, Natalie was sitting on the porch in a blood-soaked sweater, her hands trembling. She didn't resist. She didn't speak. She simply whispered, "I told him I was done." Logan had been stabbed 6 times. Each wound was deliberate, precise. One officer said it looked more like a statement than a struggle. Detectives were baffled. This wasn't a woman with a history of violence. She'd never even had a speeding ticket. But what they uncovered told a story of psychological torment, years of manipulation, control, and emotional abuse. Texts revealed Logan's infidelity in chilling detail. Voicemails captured his threats. And in a private journal found in her dresser, Natalie had written, "If I disappear, he did it. If he disappears, I did." The case made headlines. Wife snaps after husband's affair. Deadly end to picture-perfect marriage. Natalie's trial divided the community. Some saw a woman pushed beyond her limits. Others saw a calculated killer. But as evidence poured in, screenshots, audio recordings, testimony from friends, sympathy grew for Natalie. The prosecution painted her as vengeful. The defense painted her as a survivor. In the end, she was found guilty, not of first-degree murder, but voluntary manslaughter. The jury believed it wasn't premeditated, but it was personal. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison, with the possibility of parole after 7. In interviews since, Natalie has said only one thing about that night. It was never about revenge. It was about finally being heard. Was this a case of love gone wrong? Or a ticking time bomb that was destined to explode? Could Natalie have walked away? Or did she already feel like a prisoner long before the knife? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If stories like this grip you, haunt you, and leave you questioning everything, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a tale of heartbreak turned homicide. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, love can heal, but it can also destroy.